Hello guys, welcome back. So today I brought you a log equation, which is pretty simple. I mean, in general, logs are, to me, at least to me, are the most simple equation and problems. And why simple? Because if you go my way, you will see on yourself that it is the most simple thing in mathematics. But let me show you my way, because if you go my way, you won't regret it. So, let's first say the first basic definition of logs. What are logs? Logs is simple as this. When we say log of b over a, means that there is an x that a to the power of x equals b. It is as simple as that. So, with just this definition, with no other confusing big formulas, with just this, I want to solve this problem. So just be with me and follow me up. So, let's start with here. We have the basic definition. So, what does that mean? It's easy. It means that x plus b, there is an a, let's say not a, there's a t that x plus b to the power of t equals this. X to the power of x plus b to the power of something would be this. We would say that something is t. X over 2x plus b. And what is this? Again, x plus b. There is a z, for example, that x plus b to the power of z equals x plus 1. And so this means t. This is, as a whole, is a t. So this is t plus, and what is this? This is the z, equals 1. See how easy it gets? We just know that t plus z is 1. So what would we do? We just make one variable from another and substitute in here. So what would be? In most cases, the logarithm and log equations is like this. For example, I write t equals 1 minus z. So let's just substitute this in here. T equals 1 minus z. That would be x plus b to the power of 1 minus z equals x over 2x plus b. And this is all this. So what you see here, what's obvious you see here? Well, yeah, you can just multiply this by this and this by this. Why? Because the bases are the same and the exponents can be simplified easily. Why? Because if the bases are same, if you multiply a to the power of b by a to the power of c, that would be equal to a to the power of b plus c. That was this easy. You multiply this by this and this by this. So let me write it down. We will have x plus b, 1 minus z, times x plus b to the power of z equals, and multiply this by this, which will be x to the power of 2 plus x over 2x plus b. And as I said, if you have same bases, you just have to sum up the exponents, which would be z plus z minus z plus 1, which means what? X plus b to the power of 1, which is x plus b. So we will live with this equation. So let's just solve this. If you just multiply this by this and bring this here, what we will have, let me just write it down. We will have, oh sorry, you didn't see these above. There was nothing. I just multiplied this, the two terms here, and simplify the exponents, and multiply the second parts, these by this, and write it them. So let's just continue. We will have x 2x to the power of 2 plus bx plus 2bx plus b2, and we said we take this to left hand side, minus x2 minus x. What we have here now, we have, let me just simplify it a bit, plus 3bx minus x plus b2. Yeah, that would be it. So if you just factorize an x from here, we would have 3b minus 1. So this is a quadratic equation. X2 is here, x is here, and that's it. So let's just write delta formula. We know that delta, if delta is bigger than 0, bigger or equal than 0, we have at least one solution. One solution for x. So let's do this. What is the delta? It's b2 minus 4ac, which means 3b minus 1 to the power of 2 minus 4, 1b2, minus 4b2. Now let's just expand this and simplify a bit. We will live with 9b2 minus 6b plus 1 minus 4b2. If you just simplify it, we will have 5b2 minus 6b plus 1. And this could easily be factorized. If you've watched my previous videos, you can see how I factorize it, and I teach you and I taught you. So we would have a 5b here, b here, minus 1 and minus 1 here. This would be our solution, and this should be bigger or equal than 0. So let's find the roots of it. The roots are either b equals, either this should be 0 or this should be. If this is 0, b equals 1 over 5. If this is 0, b equals 1. We have two solutions. Now, what is the important thing I want to teach you here? Knowing whether a function, an equation is negative or positive. You know, when we say the roots, meaning that the values at 0, at what points the value of function is 0. We want to see at what values, at what points, at what x's the value would be negative or positive. So we found values, we found the x's that in those parts we have the value of 0. So if you just rationalize it a bit, you will know that if you write it in order, you will see that this equation between 1 over 5 and 1, what would be? This would be, if our b is bigger than 1 over 5, this would be positive, but it's lower than 1. This would be negative. So positive multiplied by negative is negative. This is negative. And let me show you my trick here. If you just determined 1 here, you can just do this by in a row, you know. So it's positive, negative, positive, and it has, if it has another root, it's negative in there. But we don't have. So to determine this, at what points this function is, so let me write it simpler than this, more simple than this. It's negative here, it's positive here, and here. What does that mean? That means values of b, b actually is an interval. B is the common of from 1 over 5 till negative infinity and 1 to the positive infinity. This would be the amount of b's that the values of b that will make our main function have at least one solution. So the most important parts were this, which you determine whether the function is negative or positive at each point. And another point was the use of the most basic definition of logarithm to solve any log problem. So don't just use those confusing, scary formulas. Just use these. I taught you. Just use the basics. Just use the basic definitions. So it's even more efficient. So yeah, that was it. This interval is our answer. B should be between these, from 1 over 5 to negative infinity, and from 1 to positive infinity. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any recommendations, please tell me in comments, and please share with your friends. Thanks for watching, and bye.